I guess you're right, Face. I mean, as long as we can get that Cowboy George.
I mean, as long as we get Cowboy George, we got him, all right? Listen, my very good friend Dashiell Goldman represents him, okay? After all, I'm getting a 50-50 cut on this weekend gig.
But you mean this guy is gonna give you this hot act just so that you can make all this money?
Yeah. See, I helped him out with a little scrape he had with his ex-wife last year. And, yeah. Anyway, the deal is done. Don't worry. Cowboy George is ours.
I don't see him.
Cowboy George. Yo, Cowboy George!
Excuse me. I'm looking for Templeton Peck from Peach Pear Management. That you?
Yeah, that's me. I'm looking for Cowboy George.
Well, I'm almost. I'm on board, George. Hi. Dash Golden told me I'd meet you here. You picked up the guarantee on my contract.
We're heading for the last roundup.
What are you trying to say, man?
Wait a minute. See, I agreed to book Cowboy George.
Well, I'm bored, George, and I agreed to play the Arizona Forum.
Forum? Oh, well, there's no forum here. I mean, this is a barn. It's a dance hall. It's called a florum. Guys with broken noses, they drink there, hit each other over the head with table legs. It's not your
Well, Dash Golden told me you picked up my contract and that you were guaranteeing me 60% of what I earned at my last gig, which is, Madison Square Gardens. Like $2 million, man.
Dash Goldman ducked and we took a bullet in the chest.
Let me get this straight now. I owe you 60% of $2 million. Yeah. Yeah, well, see, now, that's 1.2 million.
Well, that's right. I mean, pay or play, man.
I tell you what, let's go look at the place.
Yeah, let's go look at the hall, because I wouldn't mind seeing what it's like,
Yeah, sure. Oh, boy, am I glad you're here. You look, hey, that's terrific. How you doing, B.A.?
Terrible, man. Hannibal tells me you're out here wasting our money.
Well, that's a very narrow interpretation of it.
Everybody keeps saying that, but I'm still waiting for your explanation to what happened to our 20,000.
Well, let's not stand around outside. Come on, George. George, I'd like to introduce you to some very good friends of mine. This is Hannibal Smith.
How do you do?
Hi, how you doing?
And, B.A. Baracus.
Hi, this place is, really American, but I think the people who like us want to hear the music.
Boy, George. Wow.
How are you?
How you doing, Murdoch?
The Lennon sisters, they just won't stop singing in my head. Will you cut it out, girls, and give this mice song some time off?
What you talking about, Face?
Yeah, well, he's got a song stuck in his head. Murdoch, will you tell Hannibal about the building and the guys with the machine guns?
I followed this cowboy to a building about 10 miles out of town, and they have M60s mounted on a Jeep. I couldn't overhear everything because these girls are making so much racket in my head.
Something's going on here, Hannibal. I mean, I've been running this thing around in my head, and, well, one thing's for sure. They want Cowboy George to play the florum, to draw in all those cowboys who've been out working on the pipeline. You know, now, for some reason, they don't think that Boy George here can draw the country western audience. That's why they're trying to kill me. Why they need to fill that auditorium, I don't know.
Why don't we go down to the Florum and tell Chuck Danford that Cowboy George has arrived?
Well, that's great, you guys, but I came here to sing.
Well, you'll sing. You'll be the opening act for me. And while you're entertaining them, we'll stick our nose into their business, whatever it is.
Yeah, well, I feel really bad about this because you guys are going to give me $1.2 million, and I've seen that hall. £5 a head, you ain't going to make it. This is a bad deal.
Face.
Yeah, that was the kicker. Yeah, I've been so busy I haven't had a chance to explain our little contractual divot here.
Face, $1.2 million is not a divot. It is a crater.
All right, girls, be quiet. The big kids are trying to talk here now. See, he was so busy counting the money in his head, he failed to read the fine print in the contract, which said that acts could be substituted.
My copy of the contract was smudged. Yeah, well, you know, when you do business with people, there's a certain degree of trust that's involved in the deal.
Face, how could you trust a guy named Dash?
You see, he owes me a little favor because I helped him out with his ex-wife. Yeah. Look, it just never occurred to me that he'd knife me in the back on this thing.
This is terrible. I mean, I'd hate to see you guys get stuck with this, but I think this Mr. Golden's a bit of a pirate. Maybe we can work something out.
Well, George, you really are. One of the great ones.
Well, I'll talk to the rest of the guys. You know, maybe we can cut the guarantee in half or something. You know,
Half.
half.
600,000. Well, gee, that's very generous of you, George. But you see, to be perfectly frank, I mean, we're not going to be able to come up with that. You know, we need a huge auditorium.
We can do an outside concert. You know, we can advertise on the TV. We can pull this off.
I can do the radio gig. I'm primed for the airwaves. I can do it, guys. Really, I can.
I don't know. This valley, you know, it may not be keyed to your audience demographics, George.
Nonsense. Everybody likes Culture Club.
Hey, FaZe, he's right. They're great.
Well, it's time to go down to the Florum and have Cowboy George lay his card on the bar.
Hey, who are you guys?
We're the A-team.
Son of a gun.
So there.